This video was shot at the CelestiCon game convention in Fremont, California. Each year on Labor Day weekend, gamers come together for an assortment of diversions, including CelestiSpiel, where game prototypes are put through their paces. With special guests, a flea market, open gaming, and the infamous Midnight Game Quiz, CelestiCon is the place to be. For more information, visit CelestiCon.com and watch OgreCave for more coverage.
I'm a game designer and a blogger on the League of Gamemakers website, and the League is a site that has blogs 3 times a week, and we just recently passed 100 posts on the League of Gamemakers. We've been writing since the beginning of this year, and it's divided amongst about 14 writers, and then we also have some guest contributors from time to time, including some big name designers. James Ernest comes to mind, for example. We've also had some people come on to talk about their latest projects, Kickstarters, and things like that.
Great. So what are your purposes? Obviously to make games, get game information out there. Anything else that drives you guys? What keeps you up at night?
Nothing keeps me up at night. I'm a self-actualized human being, and gaming is a part of that.
We'll do this Lord of the Rings style. Watch. Look. Same size.
No, really enjoy game design, and really enjoy the sense of this community. When I started going to conventions and started getting involved in the design community, I discovered that there are so many people out there who really want to make games better. They don't see it as a competition necessarily. Even people who are the publishers and the distributors and so on, who really are out there to make money, this is their source of income, they really have this love for games, and it's really all about making games better, and then how games play this role in our life of kind of building these communities, getting people to interact with one another. Game conventions are surprisingly very social things, and that may not be obvious to the outside world, but they are. So the League, our role is we do a lot of writing, and we offer advice based on our experiences, based on both our successes and our failures, and so we're kind of a random group of people with different levels of experience and different types of games that we're into designing and working on. Some of the people in the League are more on the publishing side. Some people are more on the self-publishing side, and then some people are strictly designers looking to market their games to publishers. My level of experience currently is I have several games in the works. I have some that are in the hands of publishers. They will be coming out at some indeterminate time. Right. And I have one game that's 100% finished that's in the process of going through the printing and then the distributing and so forth, and that's Stones of Fate. Cosmic Wombat Games is the publisher for that one. Okay. And so we hope to have copies of that before the end of the year and getting out to cons and everything. At this convention, I have 2 other games that are getting play tested. One of them is Drill Baby Drill, a heavy Euro-style game with worker placement, resource management, tableau building mechanics. It's got an energy and environment theme. And that's co-designed with Tom Jolly, veteran designer. And
friend of OgreCave, we know Tom well.
Yeah, and another game that we're working on is Dwellings of Eldervale. Working on that one with Peter Vaughn, and Peter Vaughn is kind of our webmaster and kind of the guru of the League of Gamemakers, and he's the designer of a game called What the Food. And Dwellings of Eldervale is also a Euro-style game, worker placement with an area control aspect to it, workers with different kinds of powers, and it's a fantasy theme. So we're going for something with more of this kind of rich theme, but with Euro-style mechanics. And so we're play testing that this weekend. And we're having this special event at CelestiCon we're calling CelestiSpiel, which is like this mini proto-spiel event of
Right.
lots of designers coming together to play test games.
Seems very active. This seems like a lot of people showing off their games and a very collaborative atmosphere just in that room. It's kind of an energy there.
And it's pretty exciting because part of it was that by reaching out to people in the community, letting them know that this opportunity was going to be there, they made the choice to come to this con instead of going to some of the other cons, because sometimes you go to a convention and if your goal is to work on your prototypes, you might not actually fit that in with your schedule, with your playing regular events, with all of the tightness of space potentially.
Sure, yeah.
So CelestiCon set aside a designated 50-person meeting room for us. And then, so we have that as kind of our headquarters. And we have designers in there constantly. So there have been between about 20 and 40 players at a time playing in that room all day long today. And that's also spilling out into the general board gaming areas. So we're keeping track of all of the games, and we're also giving out raffle tickets to incentivize the people who are playing the prototypes. So it looks like it's going really well.
Yep.
A lot of the designers saying they're getting great feedback, and I've already play tested 5 games today.
Great. Yeah, this seems like a great event, and I hope to see a lot more of this sort of thing at shows in the area.
Thank
or
you.
Everywhere.
I recently did a piece on the League of Gamemakers arguing that something like this, something like the CelestiSpiel, should go on at every convention. It could be varying size, it could have other aspects to it, but the main idea is having a designated space that is this is your area if designers want to go in there to play test games. If publishers want to drop in and get a taste of what's there. As far as I see it, the best games are yet to be made. We're working on them right now because we're always building on what's come before. And so this evolution of game design is it's like advancing technology. So we get to see this new stuff going on, and you don't know which game that you play test is going to go on to become this great blockbuster.
Wholeheartedly agreed. Luke, you are a scholar and a gentleman.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Appreciate it.